In lesson 5.2, we are going to focus on writing expressions. And so a couple things just to clarify right away. When we're talking about expressions, let's just be clear that there can be numerical expressions and algebraic expressions. Okay, so an expression will have either variables or numbers, as well as an operation. So let's remember that the four types of operations we're talking about are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So an expression must have an operation, and then whether or not we call it numerical or algebraic, we will call an expression numerical if there are only numbers. Hence this word numerical, which if you can see the connection to the word numbers. And then algebraic will be dealing with algebra, which involves variables. Okay, so otherwise known as letters, but can also contain numbers as well. Can contain numbers. Sorry, that's quite sloppy. But numerical are only numbers. And so expressions that are numerical have operations and numbers, and then expressions that are algebraic have operations as well as variables. So let's look at some examples. This, for example, 21 minus 8, the operation would be subtraction, and then since there are only numbers, this would be a numerical expression. And then this example here, x plus 14, so addition is our operation, and then since we have a variable x, this would be algebraic. Okay, so that's the difference between those two. So for 5.2, we're going to focus on writing expressions using words or creating expressions from words. And so understanding the meaning of words is really crucial here. So let's take a look at some words that can imply math operations. So when we're talking about the operation of addition, some things that imply addition are when we say added to, or plus, or the sum of, or if I say more than. All of these would mean that there's some type of addition happening. For subtraction, that involves words such as subtracted, obviously, minus, the difference of, right? Difference means there'll be subtraction. Less than, decreased, okay? These are all words that mean some type of subtraction is happening. For multiplication, you're familiar with multiplied, times, but also product. Let's remember that product is the answer to a multiplication problem. And then if somebody says twice, that would mean that you're multiplying by 2. Okay, so those are all words that imply that there's some type of multiplication. And then division is pretty simple. Generally, quotient is the one that students forget. The quotient is an answer to a division problem. The reason I underlined these two here, than and from, these are the ones that students generally slip up on. Okay, so let's look at those two examples specifically. So if I say that, let's look at the more than. So if I say I have 5 more than 2, the part that students slip up on is the order of these two numbers. Okay, it may not seem important now, but it will be. So if I say I have more than 2, that means that I start with 2 and I add 5. So 5 actually comes after the 2. Okay, so when you look at more than, think of reversing the two numbers that they're giving you, because order will will be important at some point. Okay, so the same as if I had 18 more than 3. That means I start with 3 and I have 18 more. Okay, so that first number is actually coming second in my expression. And then the other one, just to be clear, though not as difficult, I don't think, subtracted from. That means whatever is, that means the order is going to be important too. So if I say I have 6 subtracted from 17, that means I have 17 and I subtracted 6. So this whole word from means that I start from this number that is listed second. And so it's just a little bit of a backwards order, whereas a lot of these other ones are simply exactly how they're written, right? 8 plus 2 means 8 plus 2. The 8 is written first. But this one and this one, you reverse how they're written. Okay. Just some other things I want to work on here. Yeah, let's just do, I guess, a few examples, some of the odd problems that you'll see, since you'll be working with the even problems. So for number 15, the product of 3 and 12. So the instructions say to write the phrase as an expression. So the product, that means multiplication, the product of 3 and 12. Okay, so that's the answer. So we're just figuring out how to write expressions from phrases like that. Number 17, the total of 6 and 10. Total would mean that we're adding. So the total of 6 and 10. 6 plus 10. Number 23, the difference of a number s and 6. Okay, now this is going to be algebraic because we have this unknown, this s, this variable. So the difference of a number s, they're just saying it could be any number, and 6. And then difference means that we are subtracting. So the difference of s and 6. So this is our algebraic expression because s is a variable. So whenever we have a variable, we call that algebraic expression. All right, and then I guess we can look at 31 here. So they're just going to ask you 2 ways. It says give 2 ways of writing these phrases, these expressions as phrases. And so you have some options here. Right away, I look at n plus 6. That could be a phrase. Or I could say 6 added to n. Okay, so what my answers would be n plus 6. That would be one phrase. And the other one would be 6 added to n. Okay, these are both phrases that mean, that represent that expression there. And then for number 3, what you could do is if you can't come up with something, just look back up at this table to get some ideas on any of the phrases that you can use. So for subtraction, I could use any of these in this column here. And then the last thing I want to touch on is this evaluating expression. So number 35 and 37. So write the phrase as an expression, then evaluate the expression. So the first thing you're going to do is write the phrase, and then you're going to evaluate, which means you're going to find the answer. So these are a little more complicated. So there's sort of 2 parts here. So 3 for 35. 3 less than the quotient of a number and y. Okay, so 3 less than, so that means minus 3 is going to be at the end, less than the quotient of a number and y. The quotient of a number y and 4. So if I know quotient means division, I could say y divided by 4. And so I take care of that first, this part here, the quotient of a number of 4. And then I put the less than 3 less than that at the end. So my final answer would be this y divided by 4 minus 3. Another way you can write that is y divided by 4 minus 3. And if the first thing I'm doing is y divided by 4, I should probably get into the habit of putting parentheses. That means I would do that first. So either of those two are acceptable. And then the same thing for 37, but you would be doing the product, 6 more than the product of 8 and a number x. Same thing as in 35. But this video is already at the 11-minute mark, so let me wrap it up here. That's basically what you're going to be working on, and that is 5.2, writing expressions, so both numerical and algebraic expressions.